A lot of us are stuck at home. Even with COVID getting a little bit better, getting to the gym can be difficult, and so it's time that you do some exercises at home. That way, in the next coming weeks, when you can get back to the gym, you're not as weak and frail as you feel right now. For this video, I'm gonna go through 6 exercises. All you need is a resistance band and a wall. And for moral support, I've got Scout here. First exercise I actually got from Kyra Condi on her Instagram account. She was standing over a ledge on her balcony or like a stairs or something like that. And essentially what she was doing was she was raising her foot up and just tapping the top of the handrail. If you want to take this a step further, you can do this against the wall. So stand not too close to the wall, but close enough that it's pretty similar to what it would be like on a climbing wall. And then you're going to try not to use your hands, but if you're like me, you might need the wall for balance. And you just raise your foot as tall as you can and touch it. Now, if I was Kyra Condi, I could probably get all the way to my hips, but that's why she's in the Olympics and I'm at home showing you this video on my wall. So you just touch and back down. And once you get good at it, if you can put your hands behind your back, this engages a couple of things. Your muscles, all of the balance muscles that you have, as well as your hip flexors, which is major in being able to raise your feet up. That way you're not like me, trying to raise your foot up with your hand while you're climbing. And your glutes are the ultimate connection to your legs. If you ever have a hard time, you feel like you're using your arms too much, engage your glutes and it will engage the rest of your legs. So this is not an enjoyable exercise for me, but a lot of people don't mind it. And all you do is get on your back, and these are just bridges. So you're just going to lift your hips up as high as you can and then back down. And hips up as high as you can and back down. And for me, when I first started doing this exercise, I actually had to limit myself to 20 at a time because I would get really sore in my butt. So when you're first starting out, don't overdo it. See where you're at and what works for you, and then move forward from there, increasing your reps every time you do this exercise. The next exercise is a little bit more challenging, but challenging makes it more fun. It's going to engage your core and also your push muscles. Now, push muscles are frequently neglected for climbers because a lot of climbing is a pulling motion. If you have more muscle in your pushing muscles, then you're going to be able to engage your pulling muscles better because there's going to be more tension. So I'll go ahead and show you. So you start in the plank position and you raise yourself up. This is engaging, this is an active engagement of your core as well as giving you that pushing motion. And then to just make it a little bit harder, pull in your knee to your right elbow if you can, and then go back down. And then do the opposite leg. Next exercise is with a resistance band, and we're going to be doing rows. So there's 2 different ways you can use the band. You just put them on your feet, and I have mine folded in half, and then I'm just grabbing the edges. And you can just pull with your palms facing down, and then you can also do it with your palms facing up. If this is too difficult on the one that you have, you can make it easier by using less of the band so it's a little bit stretchier. And just go back, and this makes it significantly easier. So whatever bands you have, just know that you can change how you hold them to make them more difficult. And just do as many reps as you can in 2 minutes as possible. I like this 2-minute rep thing because it helps anyone at any level. If this is really difficult for you, you may be only doing 10 per 2 minutes. But if it's really easy, you might be racking up a lot as quickly as you can. So, plus it's a great way that you can see your progress by testing, okay, on day 1, I was only able to do 15. On day 30, I was able to do 50. So you can see your progress a lot easier. Instead of just doing your basic squat, you're going to use the wall to make it more realistic for climbing. Because the closer you are to the wall, you won't be able to put your legs out as far, and it will be more difficult to get low. So for example, I have a really hard time getting low. If you need help though, you can use the side of a door frame just to hold on and give you balance. So this gives you an example of how much deeper I can get when I'm doing that. Now, if you are using a door frame, something I find is really difficult is not swaying my weight. So try and keep your weight as centered as possible while you go down, and go down as deep as you can and then come back up. Here's that sixth exercise. Is another, just grab the same resistance band, and this time you're going to be putting your arms out as straight and strong as you can. This is going to engage your lower back and your arms, but then we're going to raise your wrists. And that's specific for your grip strength using your forearms. So this is a great exercise just with the resistance band. It engages your full arm, your lower back, your core, and your wrists all at the same time. So it's a great exercise if you just want something simple, small movements, but makes a really big difference. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful for you. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos that will help you with your climbing. I do climbing videos and bouldering videos, recommendations for technique, and occasional gear review, so enjoy that. Also, my